You have a problem with writer's block? Not anymore, you don't. Let's find your voice. Alrighty, so here's my tool to overcome writer's block. Essentially, I call this story seeds, and we're going to start with something that you know or where you're stuck. So you can start with the character, you can start with the plot, you can start with the scene or your timeline, whatever you know, whatever you have, just start there and then we'll work our way around from that. So what we're going to do today, what I'm going to do is we're going to start with the character, who. So I often get stuck in the middle of stories. And so when I do that, it makes it hard to continue to write. So let's jump in. I'll just walk you through what I do. So this particular character is Kashani. Now in this story, Kashani is a spirit, an angel, but I don't call it that's an Anakim. But anyhow, for this video, just think of it as a spirit or an angel. So Kashani is a guardian protector, and I'm trying to figure out exactly what his role should be. So that's what I want to start with. First, just who. Very simple. Second step is I want to know what's true about Kashani, right? So he is a guardian spirit. And in this particular story, he's also been separated from his charge, the one he's supposed to be protecting. And this guy is a prophet in the story, the one he's protecting. So he's separated from the prophet and trying to figure out how to get back. All right, so once we get that, remember, let's just review really quickly. Pick the character, who are we talking about? And then we're going to go to step 2 to talk about what do we know? 2 things that are true about this character. So 1, he's a guardian spirit. 2, he's been separated from the prophet. And that's the person that he's guarding. All right, step 3, we're going to take those 2 statements, those 2 true statements, and we're just going to ask the question, why are those 2 things true? So why is it true that Kashani's a guardian spirit, and why was he separated from the prophet? So why is he a guardian spirit? That's an easy one. He's an Anakim, and he's been commanded to protect and guide the prophet along his journey. All right, so he's an Anakim, the spirit. He's commanded to protect and guide the prophet. Why has he been separated? The fallen are overwhelming his forces. Oh my goodness. Oh, Kashani is not alone, by the way. He has some friends that are working with him to help him out. Okay, so the Anakim, he's an Anakim. He's been commanded to protect and guide the prophet. The fallen are overwhelming his forces. Why else has he been separated? Let's see. I mean, that's pretty good for both of those. Why is he? What were the 2 questions again? He's a guardian spirit. Why do I keep saying spirit? The heck? Guardian spirit. He's been separated from the prophet. So he's an Anakim protector. The fallen are overwhelming his forces. What else? Why else are these 2 things true? Maybe they want to convert him. The fallen want to recruit. Oh, that's good. The fallen want to recruit Kashani. Okay, that changes a lot. Okay, so let's just review where we are so far, because this should be simple. 1, we chose character, Kashani, right? He's the one we're going, okay, what's happening with this guy? We don't know. He's stuck. So then we move to 2 things that are true about him. He's a guardian spirit. Got it right that time. separated from the prophet, who this is the guy he's supposed to be protecting. So what do we do about that, right? Why are those two things true? One, the Anakim, as an Anakim, he's been commanded to protect and guide the prophet. The fallen, who are rebellious spirits who used to have the same job, they are overwhelming his forces, and now they want to recruit Kashani. Ooh, now we're starting to get some juicy bits. So where do we go from here? Let's start again, same step. We're going to go with who, right? We have Kashani again. We're just going to take some of these issues and explore them further, right? So what's true about them? Well, what's true is that the fallen want to recruit him to their cause. What else is true about Kashani? I would say he's really loyal, right? He's very loyal. Loyal, and I would say a true believer. What's the other way to say that? The fallen want to recruit him to the cause. He's very loyal. No, I think a better way to say that would be he's driven by his convictions. There we go. So he is driven by his convictions. This gives us a chance to kind of play around with that, right? So now, what do we do next? We have these next two pieces. Let's go to step 3 again. Why is he driven by his convictions, and why do they want to recruit him to their cause? Well, the first one is he is very wowza, too many lines. He is very strong. Easy enough. Why is he guided by his convictions? Oh goodness, why is he driven by his convictions? I think he values order, right? So that's part of it. Why is he driven by his convictions? Because they give him a sense of peace. No, peace is not the right word. His convictions give him a sense of direction. And so you can see already, now we have this guardian spirit who is been separated from the prophet, the one he's supposed to be protecting. He's working his way back into a position where he can do this work, and he's been separated. But while he goes to this fight where he thinks he's going to just be working to regain his position, we have the fallen who are trying to recruit him. So they're not just trying to destroy him or beat him, but they're really trying to recruit him to their side. And in order to do that, they really have to overcome his convictions. Because he's so strong, they may not be able to destroy him physically or in battle. Maybe not, but at least it'll be a very big fight. But regardless, you can see now the juices, the wheels are turning, right? Things are really going. You can use this 3-step method until you figure out what's happening, right? Just to kind of unlock that creativity. So this is very simple. It's kind of a updated version of the 2-year-old question, 2-year-old process. Just keep asking why until you get there. And so you can do this over and over and over again, right? You're going to identify the character, the plot, the setting, or the time, and then just begin to, what are 2 things that are true about them? And then once you get that done, then you're going to ask why those things that are true, why are they true? And you keep doing that until you feel like, oh, I can go right now. Okay? So that's it. That's my story seeds. That's how I slay writer's block. And if you practice it, this will work for you. Now, here's the key. There's one key that will make all the difference. This seems so simple that you might try to do this in your head. Don't do it. I made this system, and if I try to do this in my head, it doesn't work. You must write this down. Get a piece of paper, get a tablet, whatever. Figure out how you want to do it, but write it down. Okay? So 3 steps. I'll just review these again. 1, let's say you start with character. Who? What are we focusing on? What are 2 things that are true about whatever we're focusing on? And then why are those things true? And if you do that and you keep doing it, write it down, then you won't have a problem with writer's block. You'll be good to go. So thanks so much. Now go write